Kya? We got the Shalaka, the torchlight of Gyan, the torchlight of knowledge. Chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. That Guru, the spiritual master, who has, we got spiritual master as Chakshurunmilitam. My Chakshu, my eyes are opened by this torchlight of knowledge. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. To that Guru, I offer my obeisances. So anything we begin by bowing down to the spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, and then taking his blessings, that who has blessed us with this torchlight of knowledge, otherwise we are born in the darkness of ignorance. And then second prayer of Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhudale. So this is a specific prayer to Srila Prabhupada. That again we are chanting, glorifying Prabhupada, and like that. So we should also importantly learn the meaning of these verses, also not like parrot like mugging up. Yeah, of course, we had to first learn and then learn the right pronunciation, but also the meaning of all of that. Okay, so I think we'll discuss a little bit more slowly and gradually each and every verse of that. Now let me share my screen here. Second. Yeah, got it. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after all this Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's episode, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling to South India, and then there he met another great devotee named Ramananda Roy. So Sri Ramananda Roy then suggested renunciation of fruitive actions unto the Lord. So basically, there is a conversation is going on. This is as famous conversation as Ramananda Roy's Samvad with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking him that, tell me, uh, that what is the best? And then Ramananda Roy is replying different answers. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, okay, this is external. Tell me more. Tell me more. So he said first, the following the word ashram system is the highest. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, yeah, that is okay, but this is all external. Tell me more. And like that. So now Ramananda Raya, he is suggesting renunciation of fruitive action unto the Lord. The Bhagavad Gita, yat karosi, yad ashnasi, yad johosi, dadasi yat. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever charity you do, whatever austerity you do, first offer it to me, Krishna says. So he's saying that is the highest thing, that offer everything to Krishna. Yat karosi, yad ashnasi, yad johosi, dadasi, yat tapashyasi kondeya, tat kuru summad arpanam. So Ramananda is saying that this is highest, that offer everything. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, and whatever you give, as well as whatever you perform in penance, offer to me alone. This dedication on the part of the worker suggests that the personality of Godhead is a step higher than the impersonal conception of the Varnashrama system. But still, the relation on the living being and the Lord is not distinct in that way. And the Lord therefore rejected this proposition and asked Ramananda Roy to go further. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saying, oh no, this is also not the highest. This is also external. Give me this, give me this. Great. It might look like everything you're giving to Krishna, what else you can do? Whatever you're eating, whatever you're earning, whatever everything you offer to Krishna. What can you more? But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, this is external. Tell me more. So let us see what more. So that is why this is one of the very deep conversation and very advanced, topics has been discussed here with Ramananda Rai and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Next, Rai then suggested renunciation of the Varnashrama Dharma and acceptance of devotional service. The Lord did not approve of this suggestion also, for the reason that all of a sudden one should not renounce his position, for that may not bring in the desired result. Hmm. So he's saying that renounce everything, all this Varnashram system, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, just renounce everything. Take up the devotional service. But the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, it might also cause some disruption. How you can just give up all your duties, prematurely or just suddenly like that. it may not be very, very helpful. So then further, it was further suggested by Rai that attainment of a spiritual realization freed from the material conception of life is the topmost achievement for a living being. The Lord rejected this suggestion also because, on the plea of such spiritual realization, much havoc has been wrought by unscrupulous persons. Therefore, all of a sudden, this is not possible. The Rai then suggested sincere association of self realized souls and hearing submissively the transcendental message of the pastimes of the personality of Godhead. This suggestion was welcomed by the Lord. This suggestion was made following in the footsteps of Brahmaji, who said that the personality of Godhead is known as Ajita, or the one who cannot be conquered or approached by anyone. But such Ajita also becomes Jita, conquered by one method, which is very simple and easy. The simple method is that one has to give up the arrogant attitude of declaring oneself to be God Himself. One must be very meek and submissive and try to live peacefully by lending the ear to the speeches of the transcendentally self realized soul who speaks on the message of Bhagavad Dharma, or the religion of glorifying the Supreme Lord and His devotees. To glorify a great man is a natural instinct for a living being, but they are not learned to glorify the Lord. Perfection of life is attained simply by glorifying the Lord in association with a self realized devotee of the Lord. The self realized devotee is he who surrenders unto the Lord fully and who does not have attachment for material prosperity. Material prosperity and sense enjoyment and their advancement are all activities of ignorance. I'll repeat it again. Please pay attention. Material prosperity and sense enjoyment and their advancement are all activities of ignorance in human society. Peace and friendship are impossible for a society detached from the association of God and His devotees. It is imperative, therefore, that one sincerely seek the association of pure devotees and hear them patiently and submissively from any position of life. The position of a person in the higher or lower status of life does not hamper one in the path of self realization. The only thing one has to do is to hear from a self realized soul with a routine program. The teacher may also deliver lectures from the Vedic literatures, following the footsteps of the bygone acharyas and realize the absolute truth. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommended this simple method of self realization, generally known as Bhagavad Dharma. Srimad Bhagavatam is the perfect guide for this purpose. So before that, all that Ramananda Rai was suggesting, following the Varnashram system, giving up the results of your activities, giving up your position and all of that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said this is all external. Because, see, what is external? Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not recommend that? Yeah, there is a renunciation, there is a sacrifice on that level that you're giving up everything. Generally, people are very attached to the money and the possessions and everything they have. So, giving up that is not easy. People can't leave that. It's very painful. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not really say, welcome that. He said that is all external, that is okay, but tell more. Because in all those activities, there's no positive attachment for Krishna is there. You just give up this, give up that. And of course, you are giving to Krishna only, but there has to be the positive attachment, that eagerness for hearing about Krishna. So here, this is quoted from the one of the verse from Brahmaji, from the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, the prayers by Brahmaji. It says, Jnane priyasodapasya namanti eva jivanti sanmukaritam bhavadiya varta स्थाने स्थितश्रुति गताम तनुवान मनोभिर ये प्रयासो अजितो जितोपि त्रैस्त्रलोक्यम. So this verse Brahmaji says that one should give up all these endeavors. Jnana prayas. Jnana prayas means all these jnani, they try to understand God by their intellectual abilities and the logic and all of that. He says just give up all that. Namanti eva. First of all, you bow down to Krishna. Jivanti Sanmukharitam. Satmukharitam means from the lotus mouth of the great devotees. Jivanti Sanmukharitam Bhavadiya Vartha. So one should hear from the Mukharitam, from the devotee's mouth, what Bhavadiya Vartha. Bhava means, Bhavadiya means yours, your Vartha. So when the devotees talk about Krishna, one should listen that Krishna Gatha, and one should develop that eagerness, the taste, that attachment to hear more and more about Krishna. And then if you do that, then you need not to change externally. Sthane sthita shruti gatam tanuvan manobhir. So sthane sthita, whatever you are, you need not to change externally. You are a householder, you are a businessman, you are a student, or whatever you are. No need to change all of that. Sthan is sthita. Just be situated in your own sthan, in your own place, but develop the taste for hearing about Krishna. And then sthan is sthita shruti gatam tanuvan manobhir, with your body, tanu, van with your vani, with your words, tanuvan manobhir with your mind. So BMW, body, mind, and words. You should nicely engage yourself in the seva of the Lord. And like that, when you do this, this is the prayas. One is the jnane prayas, intellectually try to understand. This is another prayas. You bow down, hear from the devotees, and serve Krishna with your body, mind, and words. Then ye prayaso, when you do this kind of endeavor, then ajito jitopi trilokyam, the Lord who is ajita. Ajita means one who cannot be conquered. Trilokyam, in the three worlds, nobody can conquer the Lord. That Lord, with this kind of simple endeavor, bowing down and humbly trying to render service and hearing about Krishna, with this endeavor, this Ajita Lord become Jita. It can be easily conquered. So very beautiful verse. So when Ramananda Rai quoted this verse, that is when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a little pacified. He says, okay, this is welcome, this is good, this is good. But still is not fully satisfied. And this level also it doesn't stop. You see that how the whole conversation is becoming deeper and deeper and deeper. From some basics to now is come okay now. Developing some taste for Krishna Katha, hearing about Krishna. Then above these topics discussed by the Lord and Sri Ramananda Rai, there were still more elevated spiritual talks between the two great personalities, and we purposely withhold those topics for the present because one has to come to the spiritual plane before further talks with Ramananda Roy can be heard. We have presented further talks of Sri Ramananda Roy with the Lord in another book, Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. So Prabhupada is saying that I'm consciously stopping, not explaining much because somebody has to be qualified to understand that advanced topic. So that has been described in Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, another book, given by Prabhupada. And if you want to read all that very elaborately, of course, at the right time, then it is all described in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is like our Bhagavatam is the postgraduate study, and then Chaitanya Charitamrita is even advanced, like the doctorate. So we can read in there. So this conversation is going on here. Okay, so let me pause here and see if anybody has any question or any comment or anything. Any question? Anyone? Okay, if there's no question, then we can stop here. We'll read more tomorrow.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna Prabhu, I just had one quick one. I think I missed the last one. So were you saying that Bhagavad Puran is also Chaitanya Puran or it's different, right? Chaitanya Amrit is the broader version, advanced version.
Hmm. Yeah, Chaitanya Charitamrita is even more advanced. Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita is not the same. So what Prabhupada had done is, in the introduction of Srimad Bhagavatam, he has very briefly summarized life and teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is what we are reading currently. But yeah, Bhagavatam is different. Chaitanya Charitamrita is very exclusive book on the life and teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it's all about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only, Chaitanya Charitamrita. But in that, it is compiled by Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. So when he's describing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life and teachings, he is also giving a lot of references from Srimad Bhagavatam. All of that we read. So anybody who reads Chaitanya Charitamrita, you get to read a lot from the Bhagavatam also, but also a little bit more advanced topics that has been discussed. But Chaitanya Charitamrita is a very exclusive book on life and teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bhagavatam is different.
Yes,
Bhagavatam
yes,
is all the incarnation of the
right,
Lord, all
right,
the creation and all that.
right, right. So, Prabhuji, sorry, my basic question, sorry, I forgot that. Is Bhagavatam same as Chaitanya Puran?
No, it is not called Chaitanya Puran. It is called Bhagavad Puran.
Bhagavad Puran, right. So, Bhagavad and what we are reading is Bhagavad Puran, right?
Yes.
One of the 18 Puranas. This is the one.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Bhagavad Puran is beyond all that. Yeah, means is the conclusion of all the essence of all the Puranas. Srimad Bhagavad Puran or Srimad Bhagavatam we call it, Bhagavad Puran we call it, Bhagavad Katha that happens,
Hmm.
the famous. It
Hmm.
happens
Yeah,
on
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Basically, they share all these pastimes and something from the Bhagavad like that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because many people refer it with different names, so I was just getting confused.
Yes.
Just wanted to understand. Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Okay. So thank you
Hare,
everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.